Good morning and welcome. My name is Mark Stetter, and I have the privilege and honor for being the Dean for the College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences here at Colorado State University. Just a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, please turn off those cell phones. What a great day. Today we celebrate and recognize the accomplishments of these graduates. But a major accomplishment of this nature is not done alone, so I also celebrate and recognize with our family, friends, faculty, and staff. We're so pleased that you were able to join us today, and thank you for making the time and traveling the often long distance to join and be part of this ceremony. At this time, I'd like to introduce the members of the platform party who are going to play an important role in today's ceremony. I'm going to ask each person to rise as their name is announced, and I'm going to ask the audience to please hold your applause until everybody is standing. Dr. Colin Clay, Professor and Head of Biomedical Sciences. Dr. Jack Nikoloff, Professor and Head, Environmental and Radiological Health Sciences. Dr. Greg Dean, Professor and Head, Microbiology, Immunology, and Pathology. Dr. Erica Suchman, Professor and Associate Head, Microbiology, Immunology, and Pathology. Dr. C.W. Miller, Professor and Associate Head, Biomedical Sciences. Assistant Professor Judy Heiderscheit, Director of Environmental Health Undergraduate Programs. Mr. D. Rico Munn, Vice Chair, Board of Governors for Colorado State University. Mr. Scott Johnson, Secretary, Board of Governors for Colorado State University. Ms. Jane Rhodes, Member of the Board of Governors for Colorado State University. Dr. Alan Rudolph, Vice President for Research, Colorado State University. And Dr. David Gilkey, Interim Vice President for Undergraduate Affairs, Colorado State University. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you. I also want to call out and thank all of the staff that has helped us today. It takes a huge amount of work behind the scenes to pull this off, and I thank all of them for their efforts. It's now my pleasure to introduce Allison Alum. She's a graduate of Biomedical Sciences, and she's been selected by her peers in the College Student Council to make the commencement address today. Allison?
Good day, colleagues. It's kind of fun to do the impossible. 4 years ago, I had picked this quote by Walt Disney to be my senior quote in my high school yearbook. It was my life mantra, the very definition of my existence. If someone told me something couldn't be done, I found joy in proving them wrong. And thanks to my family, friends, and the Department of Biomedical Sciences here at Colorado State University, that driving spirit never left me. College provided us all with our fair share of impossible challenges to overcome. For most of us, graduating was never the impossibility, but rather the surprising, twisted roller coaster ride to get to this point was. We may have encountered many obstacles along the way that seemed impossible, from large problems like isolating an unknown gene in a research lab, to smaller ones like actually getting out of bed for that 8 a.m. calculus class. Either way, when we first came across these problems, they seemed impossible. But look at us now. We're sitting here about to receive our diplomas, the physical representation of all of our accomplishments and every extraordinary or ordinary problem we conquered along the way. But it wasn't a struggle the whole time. We all found at least one thing in our majors that we could never have dreamed of doing, but discovered how fun it actually was. Didn't you crack a little smile when after weeks of tender nurturing, you finally identified your anaerobic glucose fermenting bacteria in general microbiology lab? And wasn't it so pleasantly surreal to shake hands with a cadaver as you learned about the nerves and muscles of the human hand in anatomy lab? And didn't you feel so important when you finally found out what's really in the Fort Collins water supply when doing water quality testing? I'm sure if we went back in time and told our younger selves these are the extraordinary things we'd be doing, they surely would have seemed impossible. I think being here at CSU and being exposed to all the opportunities available to us has really opened our minds and showed us what it's like to break the boundaries of what we thought was possible. From here, we can only go on to have the time of our lives, doing even more impossible things, all in the name of science. These past few years at CSU have been great, so who's ready to get out there and have some more fun? Go Rams!
Thanks very much, Allison. We are very proud to be here today celebrating with the graduates and making that transition from the university out into the real world. You will see that we have an incredibly impressive graduating class. We have students from 21 states, from Hawaii to New York, and of course a huge number from the great state of Colorado. Further, we have graduates from China, from Ghana, from Malaysia, from Saudi Arabia, from Singapore, and from Taiwan. We also have 28 of our 120 graduates that are first-generation students. That is, these are from families where their parents did not attend college. And the success of these first-generation students in our college and at the university are some of our highest points of pride. We would like to acknowledge those joining us today that have served this great nation in the military. Could I please ask anybody who has previously or currently serving in any of the armed forces to please stand and be recognized? Thank you for your service to this country. It is my pleasure to recognize students who are graduating with distinction, those that have completed the university honors programs and are eligible for the university department honors, those who have been initiated into the academic and service honorary societies. Our college is fortunate to have a large number of outstanding students who distinguish themselves, their colleagues, and the programs in their achievements. For students being honored, please stand as your name is called and remain standing until all of the other students in that category have been called. And I'm going to start with students graduating with the highest distinction based upon their cumulative grade point average. Summa cum laude students graduate in the top 1% of their class. Magna cum laude students graduate in the next 3%. And those graduating in the next 6% are cum laude honors students. These graduates may be wearing gold bachelor's regalia. Let me start with Clark Cranfill, Joshua Ferrari, Noel Kobayashi, Colette Wooster. These are all graduating summa cum laude. Thank you. Emily Campbell, Elisa Carson, Lucas Foster, Branson Guild, Jason Platt, Tyler Ryder, Sarah Stonedahl are all graduating magna cum laude. Matthew Biesing, Michaela Caldwell, Elizabeth Kutchin, Sierra Kern-Funk, Jacob Mockmere, Sabrina Nesladek, and Jordan Paulus are all graduating cum laude. And since I didn't turn the page, I'm going to have a couple more stand-up cum laude. Raymond Robachek, Keith Rockwood, and Shay Suiso are graduating cum laude also. You're all like, wait a minute, I thought I made it. Why did they take me out at the last minute? Candidates graduating as university honors scholars and disciplinary scholars must complete honors programs and have a thesis and maintain a 3.5 GPA. These students may be wearing green bachelor's regalia. Candidates for graduation as honors scholars are Allison Alum, Michaela Caldwell, Emily Campbell, Christine Carnicello, Alyssa Carson, Megan Criswell, Clark Cranfill, Elizabeth Kutchin, Kaylin Davis, Sydney Ellis, Joshua Ferrari, Lucas Foster, Adam Garal, Dakota Hayworth, Rachel Herndon, Alexandra Hess, Jacob Mockmere, Avery Olson, Jordan Paulus, Jason Platt, Erica Rigel, Alex Schuerman, John Shannon, Alexa Vulridis, Colette Wooster. Congratulations. The Mortarboard Golden Key Phi Kappa Phi, Phi Kappa Kappa, and the National Society for Collegiate Scholar Honor Societies recognize college seniors for their achievements in scholarship, leadership, and service. Please stand as your name is called and remain standing. Today we honor Mortarboard, Connor Jackson, and Chrislyn Kurara. Golden Key, Joshua Ferrari. Phi Kappa Phi, Avery Olson. Phi Beta Kappa, Michael Young. And from the National Society of Collegiate Scholars, we are recognizing Stacy Bergman, Emily Campbell, Catherine Cleary, Clark Cranfill, Joshua Ferrari, Sierra Kernsfunk, Noel Kobayashi, Chrislyn Kurara, Ariel Lopez Santilla, Jennifer Olivier, Jordan Paulus, Erica Rigel, Stephanie Serva, John Shannon, Angela Smith, Lauren Snodgrass, and Leah Wong. Congratulations. The college is particularly proud when recognizing outstanding graduates in their individual degree programs. During each graduation term, all graduates are evaluated by department faculty members in the unit granting the degree to determine if a graduate has risen through their achievements and through their great promise to the level of the most outstanding graduate. This is an honor of the highest order and one that may not be bestowed every graduating term. The college is particularly proud to recognize an outstanding graduate in each of these degree programs. I'm going to ask Professor Erica Suchman, Professor C.W. Miller, and Assistant Professor Judy Heiderscheit to come forward and present these awards in their various areas. Also like Chauncey Hinshaw, Alexandra Hess, and Joshua Ferrari to please come forward.
Each year, the faculty of the Department of Microbiology, Immunology, and Pathology choose an outstanding graduating senior. Sorry, I always get a little, like I kind of cry. This is the student that the faculty feel has left the greatest mark on the department through service, participation, academics, or encouraging camaraderie. This is always a difficult decision, and this semester was no exception. The faculty who nominated Chauncey Hinshaw mentioned his seemingly endless enthusiasm for the subject of microbiology, his outstanding attitude. His enthusiasm is infectious, motivating other students and faculty to live up to his love of the subject matter. Chauncey was active in the Microbiology Students Association, student government, the Ambassador Program, the CSU International Genetically Engineered Machine Team, which we call iGEM, as well as a researcher in Dr. Christine Peebles' lab in biological and chemical engineering, working on trying to optimize degradation of sorghum for use as a biofuel. iGEM is a competition where teams try to solve a problem using synthetic biology. The CSU team has worked on trying to create recombinant zeatin, which is a very expensive plant growth promoter, to make it more cost-effective to mass produce. The CSU IG team was formed in 2011, but we had never won an award until last year when the team that Chauncey was on won a silver. Faculty nominators had the following to say about Chauncey. Dr. Roxanne Karkosh-Schweitzer says, Chauncey is a worker and a person driven to achieve goals. Not many students come to my office for academic help in class, but he came, and he came many times. He was asking questions to gain more knowledge and checking his thoughts against mine. He worked hard to achieve his ultimate A in my course, and he prevailed. I also enjoyed hearing from him about his involvement in iGEM on campus, which he thoroughly loved. Pete Justice says Chauncey is the opposite of quiet. He is super involved. Former president of MSA, now, which is the Microbiology Student Organization, now the director of fun. He represented us on college council, a student ambassador represented the college in our department, in university recruitment efforts, et cetera, et cetera. He's been the face of our department, representing us in various places all over his years. Please join me in recognizing this outstanding student. And I forgot to grab your award, so let me give you a hug, and then I've got to give it to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's an honor.
Okay, hand it out.
10.07, 17, 37, 35, 51, and 4.0, 0-0. Unfortunately, Alex Hess is competing this weekend in California in the 10K, which she actually got fourth in the whole Mountain West Conference on Wednesday. So I'm going to be speaking about Alex in her absence. So those were the personal bests for Alex in the 3K, the 5K, the 10K, and of course, 8 semesters at CSU, the 4.0. Alex Hess is a scholar and an athlete and will be attending CSU's DVM program in the fall. As I said, she got fourth in the overall 10K yesterday on a very hot day. Her coach wrote, Alex Hess is modest and quiet, but a fierce competitor when the team needs a big performance. She embodies what every coach is looking for in a student athlete. Her instructors agree that she deserves this award, and the competition this year, you guys, was unbelievable, but we had to pick one person, so Alex got the nod. Several of her instructors actually called me during the course of her career and said, who is Alex Hess? I said, she's one of our excellent students. Well, we just wondered because she hasn't missed any points on any of the exams yet. The Wellington Veterinary Clinic, where Alex worked, gave me this quote, we're extremely proud of Alex, and this award comes as no surprise. As one of our volunteers for a couple of years, we have witnessed firsthand what a smart, intelligent young lady she is. Welcome to the profession. Future Dr. Hess. So I thought with Alex not being here, I wouldn't get emotional, but that went out the window just then. But that was Dr. Tracy Jensen from the Wellington Vet Hospital. June Boone, who's a colleague of mine for many, many years at the Vet Hospital and the cardiology service, writes this. Alex has volunteered for me for at least 2 years. She is the most reliable person I have ever had. Despite classes, exams, a sports training schedule, and a travel schedule for meets, I can count on her to be here when she says she will be. She is compassionate towards the animals we echo and inquisitive about what we are seeing. I will miss her when she starts vet school next fall. Her athletic advisor also writes, when we talk about what it means to be a student athlete at an institution like CSU, Alex Hess is at the top of the list of examples. And I don't want to get in trouble with Dr. Blem for going over, so I'm going to cut that one a little short. But one of Alex's memorable experience was with our college's Pets Forever, where students like Alex help elderly and elderly that are ill take care of their pets. So Alex took care of a couple of dogs and a couple of parakeets for various individuals. So in her reflection paper, Alex remarks about how she grew so much as a person during her time in the program, from shy and quiet to a person who'd carry on a conversation with her elderly clients and with the animals for extended periods of times. Alex wrote, the program has become more than just a hobby, an enjoyable class, or a chance to be showered. I think the doggy kisses must be what triggered me that time, with the doggy kisses until I visit home again. Academically, Alex has accomplished so much. She got 26 what, guys? What did she get 26 of? A pluses. So if she took 120 credits that's about 40 classes. I didn't even get to talk to her instructors or see her transcripts for this semester, but she could have gotten upwards of 30 A pluses, and not every faculty in our college and other colleges give A pluses. So I asked Alex over email when she's in California to say something about being the outstanding senior. She didn't say anything about how much she deserved being the outstanding senior. This is pitiful, Mark.
I'll get you some dog kisses if you
Yeah, okay. Doggy kisses. So this is what she wrote. I'm incredibly honored because I know how hard all of my peers worked and how many great things they've accomplished. I feel so lucky that I've had the opportunity to spend 4 years surrounded by classmates and professors who challenged and inspired me. I want to say thank you to them for making me love what I study. It's been a blast being involved in the CSU community. These have been the best days of my life. Go Rams. So congratulations, Alex.
Josh Ferrari is this year's outstanding graduate in environmental health. Not surprising, we heard his name called several times already. Come on over here. So I am delighted that Josh is receiving this award. He is probably the most courteous person I have ever met. And I often tell him he looks just like Clark Kent. And I think, can you see it? I think after what I tell you that Josh has accomplished while at CSU, you will agree that he actually resembles Clark Kent's alter ego, Superman. So Josh came to CSU from Fossil Ridge High School right here in Fort Collins. He has maintained a 4.0 grade point average and has 16 A-plus grades, maybe more after this semester. He's been a regular on the Dean's List, a member of Golden Key and National Society of Collegiate Scholars, and was in the University Honors Program. And as part of being in the Honors Program for the past 2 years, he has worked with Dr. Brooke Anderson evaluating health effects from severe weather. And his resulting honors thesis was retrospective analysis of the January 2013 Beijing fog and its acute effects on emergency and outpatient visits at a Beijing health clinic. So what's really particularly interesting about his work is that last summer he got to go and meet with his research colleagues at Yale and at Johns Hopkins, which I think was kind of a thrill for him. And then in January, we sent him to China, where he presented his research to the China CDC and other folks interested in health effects from air pollution at the U.S. Embassy. And this was another highlight for him. And then he's recently submitted this as a first author, for manuscript as a first author, and will present his works at the Society for Epidemiologic Research meeting in Miami in June. So that's a pretty big honor there. He's also volunteered extensively at the Heart Disease Prevention Program, where he helps them do cardiovascular disease assessments. And Tiffany Lipsy over there told me that he started out in her 100 level class, started volunteering 4 hours a week, took the graduate level class so he could do more extensive tests on people, and has continued to do that. But Josh isn't all academics and research. When he was in high school, he was a hockey player. But during his freshman year at Colorado State, his sister convinced him to try ballet. And so he ended up performing in The Nutcracker and Cinderella at the Lincoln Center within his first 7 months of dancing. So last time, another volunteer thing he has worked on is he was a VITA volunteer. This is an organization that does medical volunteer, and he was in Masaya, Nicaragua, assisting with medical consultations, and had such a great experience that this year he has organized a trip for students to be able to go on a trip in Guatemala this summer. Unfortunately, though Josh made sure this happened for other students to get this experience, he will not be attending because his personal highlight here is that he became engaged to Allie, and a week from tomorrow will be getting married. So, so he's been, so maybe that's your biggest accomplishment here, yes. So please help me congratulate Josh on his remarkable accomplishments and future successes. I am thrilled because we are actually keeping Josh here. He is going to be doing research in our graduate program in our department. I'm losing my hat. So, thanks, Josh. Congratulations.
I always learn so much at these. Joshua got an A+ in engagement. Professor Miller, I need to bring my lab who will give you doggy kisses at all these commencements. That'll keep things in line. Thank you, professors, and congratulations to each of our students. We look forward to all continued successes in the future. Mr. Munn, it is my pleasure to confirm that each of these students has completed the degree requirements for their program of study and have been recommended by the faculty members in that discipline to receive their academic degree.
Thank you, Dean Stetter. Graduates, let me assure you that I am here for a particular reason and assure you that I am no amateur at this. I have extensive experience as it relates to graduations. There's my own high school, college, and law school graduation. Then my day job is as the superintendent of the Aurora Public Schools. So in between the graduations I'll be doing for CSU these next couple of days, in my next couple of weeks I'll be doing 20+ graduations. I share that with you to let you know that I am under absolutely no delusion that 5 minutes from now you will have any idea who I was, what I said. Nor do you care about this guy standing up here in a velvet beanie. There is, however, a great quotation out there about people not remembering what you said or what you did, but how they made you feel. And so the best thing I can offer you this morning is just a moment to stop and remember how you feel today, how you feel in this moment, how your friends and family feel in this moment, and how important it is to hold on to that feeling, remember that feeling, because it's a great moment of opportunity, a great moment of hope, a great moment of accomplishment and celebration. And so take that moment, reflect, and remember how you feel as you cross this stage, as you enjoy this time, as you celebrate this day with your friends, family, faculty, and all others. You got it? Are you holding it? Good. Graduates, please stand for the conferring of your degrees. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of the Colorado State University System, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science, with all of the rights, privileges, obligations, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. You will never again hear the words thereunto appertaining. Guests, family members, and colleagues, please join me in congratulating these graduates on this significant achievement. Graduates, please be seated.
Will the commencement marshals, Chase Weldon, our college career education manager, and Kristen Brown, our academic support coordinator, please escort the graduates to the platform? Dr. Ken Blem, professor in the Department of Environmental and Radiological Health Sciences, will read a unique statement about each graduate while they're being honored on the platform.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure indeed to share with you a snapshot about each one of these outstanding young men and women. And I'm sure that's a conclusion you'll share with me at the end of the brief remarks I'll be able to make about each one as we individually recognize their achievements, their aspirations, and maybe get an insight into what the next plans are. I would ask that you hold your applause. We will stop at regular intervals throughout to warmly recognize the outstanding achievements all level of these guys. However, I fully understand some things like, oh my God, she's finally done, are just uncontrollable. So that would be excused. It is my pleasure to first recognize the graduates of the Department of Microbiology, Immunology, and Pathology. They will be greeted by Department Head Greg Dean, Associate Head Erica Suchman, and offered congratulations by university and college officials. Chauncey Hinshaw is from Wichita, Kansas. As a student, Chauncey was involved with CSU's iGEM project, our CVMBS College Council, and served as an officer in the Microbiology Student Association. After a year off, Chauncey plans to apply to PhD programs in virology. Jack Khalif Souders is from Colorado Springs. While here at Colorado State, Jack was an undergraduate researcher in the lab of Dr. Sandra Quackenbush. He plans on finding employment and doing work in industrial microbiology. Dakota Hawthorne from Portland, Oregon. As a student, Dakota spent several semesters working in a microbiology research lab. Dakota will be taking a year off before pursuing graduate school. Hannah Kathleen Ness is from Wausau, Wisconsin. As a student, Hannah worked as a certified nursing assistant and volunteered at the VA Center. Future plans include a master's degree in biomedical sciences, followed by medical school. She hopes to work with Doctors Without Borders. Adriana Collins is from Highlands Ranch, Colorado. While at Colorado State, Adriana worked on a variety of research projects, including work with Dr. Karen Dobos and Dr. Nicole Crew Garcia. She served as an officer with CSU's iGEM project that you heard about earlier. Adriana will begin graduate school at the Yale University School of Public Health this fall. Lara Perrinet is from Fort Collins. As a student, Lara worked under the Department of Biomedical Sciences under Dr. Noreen Reist and was recently awarded highest honors at our recent research symposium. Future plans for Lara include travel, followed by graduate school. Brendan Kelly from Omaha, Nebraska. As an undergraduate, Brendan worked for the New Belgium Brewing Company as a process development specialist. Brendan is considering a position in quality assurance and really wants to make a contribution to improve people's lives while enjoying FTEC 460s. For those of you who are not in university speak, that's Brewing Science and Technology. Bière de Gare from Odell, and enjoying the outdoors. No doubt with the Bière de Gare in hand. Luke Vogt from Colorado Springs. While at Colorado State, Luke was the undergraduate poster winner at our recent symposium for undergraduate research and creativity, presenting on methicillin-resistant staph. Luke plans to pursue a degree in microbiology immediately upon graduation and will return to graduate school in the future. Jiao Tong is from Shanghai, China. Jiao was part of the Colorado State China-Vietnam Partnership. Future plans include graduate school. Sarah Stonedahl from Boulder graduates today with a major in microbiology and a minor in biomedical sciences. While at Colorado State, Sarah worked on a research project in the biochemistry department with Dr. Lori Stargell and earned high honors for her recent research poster. Sarah has been accepted to the BHD program in biomedical sciences at the University of Colorado, Denver, also known as the Dark Star, for this fall. We wish you success nonetheless. Michelle Lee Kale from Berthoud. While at Colorado State, Michelle worked as a hospital scribe at the Poudre Valley Hospital, caught her first fish, and went on her first backpacking trip. Michelle plans to go to physician's assistant school. Kimberly Bostwick is from Templeton, California, and graduates today with a major in microbiology and a minor in chemistry. Kimberly worked in the chemistry department as a student and also did an internship with White Wave Foods. Kimberly plans to become a medical laboratory scientist. Don Calkins from Greeley. While at Colorado State, Don worked for the chemistry department and was also a researcher in the laboratory of Dr. John Belisle. Don will work on a doctorate in biomedical sciences beginning this summer at the Ohio State University College of Medicine, focusing on cancer biology. Ricky Ross from Colorado Springs. As a student, Ricky was part of the Colorado Air National Guard, serving as an F-16 jet mechanic in both Korea and in Jordan. Ricky has accepted an internship in environmental health at Tri-County Health Department in Denver. Jacqueline Moranti is from Levita, Colorado. While at Colorado State, Jacqueline has worked in the laboratory of Dr. Ann Leonards. Jacqueline's future plans include going to the Antarctica and also getting a master's degree. Mahmoud El-Kadi is from Fort Collins. While at Colorado State, Mahmoud enjoyed working on his prion-based capstone project and managed to ski without breaking a limb. I'm assuming that's on you as well as surrounding coniferous trees. Future plans are to work as a laboratory technician, followed by graduate school. Nia Iberg is from Pueblo West. While at Colorado State, Nia worked with Daryl Kinney as part of the classroom prep laboratory and also for Biomark, a company in partnership with Colorado State. Future plans for Nia include work as a medical laboratory scientist. Jennifer Ray Olivier is from Greeley, Colorado, and graduates today with a major in microbiology and a minor in German. And Jennifer, for my earlier training, I need to remind you that Nüsse schmeckt am besten. Jennifer enjoyed working on campus as a student and loved meeting people from all over the world. Future plans include a microbiology master's degree, followed by medical school. Erin Marlowe Dowdy from Fort Collins. While at CSU, Erin worked on several research projects, including one in ecology and another with Dr. Rick Sladen and others on a mathematical model of the host response to Francisella tularemia. Future plans include either graduate school or training as a medical laboratory scientist. Connor Lee Jackson is from Peyton, Colorado. While at Colorado State, Connor served as the Director of Health for the Associated Students of CSU and worked on numerous projects, including advocacy for mental health and body acceptance. Connor plans to work as an advocate for public health and will return to school to earn a PhD in epidemiology. Natalie Jean Van Camp is from Grand Junction. Natalie loves the outdoors and also participated in a wearable technology performance programmed by her sister at the University of Denver. Natalie will attend the Colorado Center for Medical Laboratory Science this fall. Usually the only wearable technology I get is casts and bandages after I fall off my bike. Lauren Snodgrass is from Windsor. As a student, Lauren worked full-time, participated in the women's softball team, and completed a service project with K through 12 students. Lauren plans to pursue a career in animal pharmaceutical sales and will become a mom this coming November. Paige Josiel Tennyson is from Lakewood. As a student, Paige worked in the Animal Population Health Institute lab in the Clinical Sciences Department and has a pending publication in the works. She also spent a summer in Peru and was a member of Pi Beta Phi. Paige plans to become a medical laboratory scientist. Madison Michelle Condon is from Loveland, Colorado. While at Colorado State, Madison worked at the Centers for Disease Control, focusing on dengue fever. She also served in leadership roles in her sorority, where she'll be serving as a leadership development consultant. Madison plans to pursue a master's degree in microbiology. Solange Majewski is from Singapore and graduates today with both a major in microbiology and a double minor in food science and safety and human nutrition. As a student, Solange worked in the laboratory of Dr. Karkoff Schweitzer and ran in the Boston Marathon. Solange will become her PhD study in the fall at the University of Hawaii, focusing on connections between gut microbiota and cancer. And I've also heard rumors about minors in surfing and perhaps snorkeling. Jasmine Danko from Aurora, Colorado. As a student, Jasmine worked in the research laboratory of Dr. Brian Foy, recipient of an American Society of Microbiology Fellowship and winner of the Murals Award. Jasmine will serve as an intern at the National Institutes of Health, focusing on vaccines for malaria. Macy Hall from Salem, Virginia. While at Colorado State, Macy helped to found the Alpha Sigma Kappa Women in Technical Studies sorority. Macy plans to pursue a career in the biotechnology industry and wants to travel as well. Catherine Cleary is from Hopkins, Minnesota. While at Colorado State, Catherine worked in the laboratory of Dr. Argueso in the Department of Bioagriculture and Pest Management. She also volunteered for the U.S. Geological Survey, and Catherine will be doing field work for the USGS, focusing on wild burros in eastern Utah. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you'll take just a moment and join me in a very rousing round of applause for the graduates in microbiology. Well-deserved recognition, thank you. It is now my honor to introduce to you the graduates in the Department of Biomedical Sciences. They will be greeted by Department Head Colin Clay and Associate Head C.W. Miller and receive congratulations from college and university officials. Allison Jane Allen of Monument, double majored in biomedical sciences and music, served as a pre-veterinary club officer, completed original research for honors thesis, and spent time in Rocky Mountain National Park. Allison will be attending veterinary school at Michigan State University. Colette Wooster of Castle Rock participated in undergraduate research in biochemistry and toxicology, went on an alternative spring break, and was involved in the Mountain View Community Church. Colette plans to volunteer with AmeriCorps and then pursue a master's degree. Virginia Lou White of Rifle became a certified nursing assistant, pursued her artistic interests of painting and playing guitar in her free time, and immensely enjoyed her hands-on learning experience in gross anatomy laboratory. Virginia plans to attend nursing school. I keep wondering about these people who said they had such great experiences in that cadaver lab. You know. We may have to work on those living people skills just a bit. Okay. Danielle Enns of Salida worked at the university bookstore, was involved in the college council, and used her college experience to become a more social person and explore career options. Danielle hopes to attend a genetic counseling graduate program. Monica Brandhuber of Golden researched with microbiology professor Dr. Mathiasen, volunteered on 3 medical mission trips in Guatemala, and traveled to Yellowstone National Park many times. Monica plans to pursue a career in reproductive biology. Angela Nicole Smith of Littleton worked at the Agricultural Research, Development, and Education Center, which we always abbreviate RDEC, and worked in Dr. Engel's Animal Nutrition Lab, participated in marching band as well. She will attend the Biomedical Sciences Assisted Reproductive Technology graduate program before pursuing veterinary school. Alyssa Carson of Boulder competed with the CSU synchronized swimming team for 4 years, interned with Greenwood Wildlife and Rehabilitation Center, and volunteered with CSU's Pets Forever program. Alyssa will be attending CSU's veterinary medicine school and has my ability, because I have difficulty floating, let alone looking good doing it. Michaela Marie Caldwell of Centennial traveled to Dublin, Ireland with the CSU marching band, completed a music minor and a French horn recital, and climbed her first 2 14ers, Colorado's highest mountain peaks, by the way. Michaela will be pursuing graduate school options. Jacob David Mockmer of Fort Collins discovered a talent for ballet, along with Josh, researched in orthopedic bioengineering laboratory, served as a CSU presidential ambassador, and traveled to Ecuador and China. Jacob wants to pursue a professional ballet career and then attend medical school. So I beg to differ when they say us geeks ain't got no culture. Lucas Orrin Foster of Valencia, California, worked as a CSU orientation leader, researched with toxicology professor Dr. Chalkins, and was part of a Christian campus ministry, and also was Cam the Ram. Lucas, today you get speaking parts. Lucas will attend Creighton University School of Medicine. Clark Cranfill of South Fork, Colorado, was a member of Faith Church, participated in inner tube water polo. With an inner tube I could float. built good friendships, and learned the science involved in brewing beer. Clark will attend the University of Colorado School of Dental Medicine. Emily Claire Campbell of Fort Collins was involved in Outpost Campus Ministry, coordinated Relay for Life, and is thankful to have met many amazing professors and lifelong friends. Emily is applying to physician assistant programs and hopes to attend in the next year. Jason Barrett Platt of Golden worked as a resident assistant, conducted research with Dr. Tamkin's neurophysiology lab, and loves to explore the natural world. Jason will be attending the physical therapy program at the University of Colorado. Avery Olson of Rapid City, South Dakota, participated in an anatomy outreach program, worked at St. Peter's Fly Shop, and never offered Dr. Blem a single employee discount, and served in many leadership roles within CVMBS student organizations. Avery hopes to attend medical school after working with a nonprofit mobile health clinic in Mozambique. Elizabeth Rose Cutchin of Hudson, Ohio, participated in the CSU Equine Polo Club, served as secretary, researched for the Denver Zoo, and worked with equine veterinarians. Elizabeth will attend the Ohio State University College of Veterinary Medicine this fall. Ariel Elena Lopez Santiana of Coopville, Washington, researched lymphoma and leukemia under Dr. Avery, worked as a veterinary technician, played ultimate frisbee, and volunteered with Canine Socialization Project. Ariel will work as a veterinary technician, then apply to veterinary school. Jordan Paulus of Loveland was a Colorado State orientation leader, volunteered with the Anatomy Outreach Program, and served as Director of Academic Affairs for the Associated Students of Colorado State. Jordan will complete the Biomedical Sciences Master's Program and then apply to medical school. Matthew Thomas Biesing of Monument worked 2 years as a veterinary technician, went on a week-long backpacking trip, and assisted in rebuilding Hurricane Katrina damaged homes in Mississippi during the summers. Matthew will attend Colorado State's Veterinary Medicine Program. Branson Guild of Fort Collins completed human anatomy dissection class, interned at the Barbara Davis Center for Childhood Diabetes, volunteered with anatomy outreach, and enjoyed the Colorado Mountains. Branson plans to attend the Rocky Vista School of Osteopathic Medicine. Megan Criswell of Longmont, research with clinical sciences professor Dr. Lappin, was president of the Biomedical Student Association and was treasurer of the Society for the Advancement of Chicanos and Native Americans in Science. Megan will pursue a combined medical and PhD program at the University of Colorado. Sabrina Lorraine Neslatic of Arvada studied abroad in Spain, researched under biomedical sciences professor Dr. Chico, served as a first-year mentor, and volunteered with Project Homeless Connect. Sabrina will go to medical school and hopes to serve underrepresented populations. Annalise Norman of Fort Collins conducted research in multiple CSU laboratories, was an officer for the Biomedical Student Association, and was CVMBS representative to the University Facility Fee Advisory Board. Annalise will pursue a PhD degree at the University of Vermont. Leah Wang of Taipei City, Taiwan, researched with Professor Dr. Chico in the Biomedical Sciences Department, was a RAM Welcome volunteer leader, and volunteered at the Veterinary Teaching Hospital. Leah hopes to work in research for a few years and then apply to medical school. Erica Rigel of Thornton volunteered with the Adaptive Swim Program, completed summer internships with Proactive Physical Therapy Clinic, and performed research with the Health and Exercise Science Department. Erica will attend Emory University to pursue a doctorate in physical therapy. Elizabeth Danke of Placerville, California, participated in Biomedical Student Association, College Council, and the University Facility Fee Advisory Board. Elizabeth will be working as an EMT and with Larimer County Search and Rescue before applying to physician assistant programs. John Shannon of Wheat Ridge studied abroad in England, conducted research in 2 CSU laboratories and the Centers for Disease Control, and researched at St. Jude's Children's Hospital and Vanderbilt University during the summer. John will continue research at the National Institutes of Health and then pursue a combined program to become an MD and a PhD. Felix Lim of Miri, Sarawak, Malaysia, volunteered at Colorado State's Veterinary Teaching Hospital, conducted oncology research in the molecular pathology laboratory, and enjoyed playing basketball. Felix hopes to find employment in the United States and later pursue veterinary school. Alex Schurman of Longmont volunteered with Wildlands Restoration and the Society for Ecological Restoration, conducted research in a psychology laboratory. Alex plans to pursue a career as a horticulturist botanist. Jenna Antonia Frapalo of Indian Hills, Colorado, researched in the crab laboratory under biology professor Dr. Michaels. Out of my respect for Dr. Michaels and Antonia, or Jenna, I'm going to refrain from all inappropriate jokes about the crab laboratory. She greatly enjoyed anatomy and her hands-on experience with cadavers and went skydiving for the first time. Jenna plans to travel and find employment in research. Madeline Claire Button of Fairbanks, Alaska, was president of the CSU cycling team and volunteered at Putnam Elementary School, researched in Arctic wildlife biology, and was president of Colorado State's Nordic skiing team. Madeline will travel and apply to physician assistant programs. Stacy Elaine Bergman of Colorado Springs studied abroad in South Africa, became EMT and IV certified, and served as a trainer at Corbett Dining Hall. Stacy's life goal is to work as a physician for Doctors Without Borders. Dusty Lee Morrison of Wellington transferred from Otero Junior College, worked 3 years for the Pharmacology Research Laboratory at the Animal Cancer Center, and enjoys being outside with her family. Dusty plans on applying to medical school in the future. Rebecca Ohoro of Castle Rock completed an internship in social media, marketing, and graphic design, and worked at the bookstore and the Collegian. Rebecca is getting married in August. Congratulations, and will find employment in healthcare to continue to explore her interests. Nora Kate Byington of St. Charles, Illinois, participated in an alternative spring break to Panama, studied abroad at Kiel University in the United Kingdom. Nora plans to work as an EMT and eventually become a physician's assistant. Noel Kobayashi of Rancho Santa Margarita, California, the California posse is here, was a science and math tutor, shadowed surgeons, traveled around Europe, and volunteered with animal rescues and enjoyed snowboarding. Noel plans to attend medical school to become a surgeon. Cody Jackson of Fort Collins conducted research on chronic wasting disease in the Hoover Laboratory, worked in the CVMBS Computer Laboratory, and volunteered at the Florida Oceanographic Coastal Center. Cody would like to pursue a career in biomedical research. Adam John Garal of Windsor volunteered in the Medical Center of the Rockies Emergency Room, worked as a certified nursing assistant at LeMay Avenue Health and Rehab, conducted reproduction research under Dr. Hansen. Adam plans to apply to accelerated nursing programs. Catherine Ann Beaverstad of Fort Collins researched in the Aging and Chronic Disease Laboratory, served as a laboratory assistant for the chemistry department, and participated in Ram Catholic. Catherine plans to become a high school science teacher. Hannah Judy Gazette of Littleton is a member of Zeta Tau Alpha sorority, loves snowboarding on the weekends, volunteered for Brain Awareness Week, and studied abroad on semester at sea. Hannah plans to work as a clinical assistant at South Denver Cardiology. Andrea Michelle Allison of Loveland obtained, Loveland Posse too, obtained the Certified Addictions Treatment Counselor certification. Spent a week at Stanford University shadowing San Francisco 49ers head physician. And I'm pleased to say did not let those dreaded tree people, also known as the Cardinals, seduce you into moving out there. And volunteered with Brain Awareness Week. Andrea will complete a toxicology master's degree before applying to medical school. Margaret Rose Weir of Niwot studied abroad in Spain, worked 3 years as a resident assistant, and she will work at CSU's Mountain Campus, backpack across Europe, then pursue a master's degree in student affairs with a concentration in counseling. Alexa Vareldas of Castle Rock studied abroad in France to complete her French minor and is a member of Kappa Kappa Gamma. Next year, Alexa will gain some additional hands-on healthcare experience before applying to graduate programs in genetic counseling. Megan Rassicott of Fort Collins worked at CSU's Veterinary Diagnostic Laboratory, also with the Poudre Valley Hospital and Little Shop of Physics. Megan will continue her education at the Colorado State Toxicology Master's Program and then apply to medical school. Elizabeth Carolyn Watson of Plano, Texas, was a teaching assistant for cell biology, mentored children with special needs at Camp John Mark, and volunteered with Colorado Reptile Humane Society. Elizabeth will pursue a master's in education to become a high school science teacher. Lauren Gabrielle Miliacho of Peyton, Colorado. And I was gigging Lauren about all the creative ways I could say Miliacho. Was involved in the Biomedical Student Association and 4-H Collegiate Scholars, and was the youth spokesman for the Colorado Cattlewomen's Association. She mentored peers with brain injuries. Lauren wants to work in the dairy cattle industry. Alexa Herrickle of Rockwall, Texas, is a member of Alpha Sigma Kappa and was risk management chair, interned in Ghana, and volunteered at Poudre Valley Hospital. Alexa plans to complete pre-nursing coursework and then attend nursing school in Texas. Sarah Margaret Kearns-Funk of Lake Oswego, Oregon, tutored for physics, worked in the CVMBS computer lab, and shadowed at Poudre Valley Hospital. Sarah will work as a medical scribe to help her explore health professions before pursuing further education. Cassandra Ellie Thompson of San Rafael, California, minored in microbiology, researched at the Equine Orthopedic Research Center, and also worked with Equine Veterinary Services in Northern Colorado. Cassandra will continue her virology research and then pursue graduate school. Sydney Ellis of Salina, Kansas, studied abroad in Ireland, volunteered at the Salina Animal Shelter, performed an amputation on a canine cadaver, and attended her first tennis Grand Slam at Wimbledon. Sydney, I'm going to my first one at the Australian Open this coming January. Sydney will attend Kansas State University School of Veterinary Medicine. Stephanie Novas Serva of Southbury, Connecticut, served as a teaching assistant for human anatomy, conducted research on tuberculosis, and completed her yoga teaching certificate. Stephanie will attend Boston University for a master's degree in medical sciences and then pursue medical school. Shay Suisau of Fort Collins worked for the Biomedical Sciences Department with an irrepressible and totally infectious smile every time you walked in there, and at Lopez Elementary School. Volunteered with CSU's Anatomy Outreach Program and tutored for physiology. Shay will work as a certified nursing assistant before applying to physician assistant programs. Kellen Mercia Davis of Phoenix, Arizona, researched in Kenya, interned at the Scientific Education and Research Institute, and participated in the President's Leadership Program as well as volunteer coordinator for the Honor Student Association. Kellen will join Teach for America in this fall. Ian Jones of Albuquerque, New Mexico, discovered an interest in yoga, enjoyed lunch dates with friends, and experienced the Colorado mountains. Ian will work as an EMT and barista. Hopefully one's not a direct result of the other there, Ian. For the next year, and then head to medical school to become a pediatric allergist. Blessed Odebel of Ghana, well-deserved, was a first-generation student, researched under Dr. Santangelo in biochemistry, and was a cruise member educating his peers on making healthy choices. Blessed will apply to medical school. Scott William Kretsch of Fort Collins worked at the healthcare clinic at Walgreens, at CSL Plasma, and is a member of Sigma Chi fraternity. Scott will work at CSL Plasma while applying for entrance into physician assistant programs. Darren Sakamoto of Colorado Springs received EMT and IV certification, volunteered for emergency medical services, played on the Ultimate Frisbee team, and volunteered with Fort Collins Homeless Coalition. Darren will work as an EMT while applying to medical school. Colin Alexander Roberts of Highlands Ranch conducted research with biomedical sciences professor Dr. Stone Roy, presented a poster at CSU's undergraduate research symposium, and is a member of Phi Kappa Tau. Colin will attend graduate school to study neuroscience. Tristan McLean Losberg of Haiku, Hawaii, conducted microbiology research, interned in a Humane Society veterinary surgery unit, was a Kappa Sigma fraternity member, and discovered a love of rock climbing. Tristan will work as a medical scribe or in the biotechnology industry. Tyler James Ritter of Highlands Ranch was a teaching assistant for anatomy, worked at Vision Care Specialists, and was a resident assistant in Parmalee Hall for 2 years. Tyler will continue working at Vision Care Specialists while applying to optometry schools. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you've come to the conclusion that with all the EMT and IV certified people we have, should you collapse today, you're in good hands. Should things go south on you, there's a lot of people familiar with working with cadavers. Please join me in a rousing round of applause for the graduates in biomedical sciences. Don't take off yet. It is now my pleasure to announce the graduates from the Department of Environmental and Radiological Health Sciences with the degree in Environmental Health. They'll be greeted by Department Head Jack Nikoloff and Director of Undergraduate Program Judy Heiderscheit, and receive congratulations from college and university officials. Josh Ferrari is from Fort Collins. Josh conducted research on severe air pollution episodes in Beijing, China, under the direction of Dr. Anderson, and was a medical volunteer in Costa Rica. Josh will begin a master's program in epidemiology at Colorado State this fall and then go to medical school. He hopes to combine his interests in individualized and population medicine. Keith Rockwood is from Grand Junction. Keith was an officer in the Pre-Dental Club and a volunteer for Project Smile, which provides free dental screening to children in the Poudre School District. Keith worked at the Colorado Mosquito Control and interned at Environmental Health and Safety for Encana Oil and Gas in Denver. He's applying to dental school and hopes to become a pediatric dentist. Athman Saleh Al-Kubaisi is from Daman, Saudi Arabia. Locally known as Tumi, he is proud to have come to the U.S. to attend Colorado State, where he met the most friendly people in the world here in Fort Collins. He interned at Jacobs Engineering in California and has completed his things to do before leaving the U.S. list, which included traveling to several states. Tumi will return to Saudi Arabia and has accepted a position with the oil company Saudi Aramco. Abigail Lee Colpitz, also known as Abby, is from Loveland, studied abroad in Costa Rica, where she had the opportunity to travel all over Central America, climb a volcano, go surfing, and learn Spanish. Abby has accepted an internship with the consulting firm SP Group, where she will assist biotech companies in northern Colorado. After graduation, Abby plans to work in occupational health and safety before returning to school for a master's in industrial hygiene. Allison Rose of Concord, Massachusetts. Allison was the student board member for the Colorado Environmental Health Association and served on the conference planning committee for that organization. She was also the professional development chair for the Environmental Health Student Association. She has interned as a health and safety consultant for True Safety Services and pursuing public health work at a state or local health department. Cassandra Linton is from Centerport, New York. I can't do the Cassandra, it's got to be Cassie. Cassie was an officer of the Environmental Health Student Association and the Gamma Beta Phi Honor Society. She was active with Wildlands Restoration Volunteers. She studied abroad in Seville, Spain, and will intern with the Larimer County Department of Health and Environment this summer. And when you get down there, don't let that other guy named Glenn tell you he's the good-looking one out of the brothers, Cassie, okay? Cassie hopes to conduct international research and then return to school for a master's degree. Amy Pena is from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Amy was a competitive swimmer at both the University of Arkansas and Colorado State, but one of her best memories is climbing her first Colorado 14er in her sophomore year. Amy is currently applying for environmental health internships in the Boulder and Denver area, and I'm going to be following you back to Oklahoma City for the Women's College World Series in 2 weeks here. Noah, come back. Noah Messiker is from Burlington, Colorado. Noah fondly remembers adventuring into the beautiful Rocky Mountains and exploring other parts of the country with friends during college. This semester, he experienced the craft brewing industry through his enrollment in the brewing science class. Several faculty and staff attended the final and agree it was delicious. Noah will complete a health and safety internship while also in charge of fermentation operations at Crazy Mountain Brewery in Vail Valley this summer. Claire Myers is from Boise, Idaho. Claire completed a vector surveillance internship with Tri-County Health Department last summer. She has also developed a radon tracking system during a recent internship with the city of Fort Collins and has become a master home educator through the Healthy Homes Project. Claire, future plans are to join the Peace Corps. Christine M. Carnicello, but said with feeling it would be Carnicello, is from Golden, Colorado. Christine is a member of the University Honors Program where she served as a peer mentor, and one of her fondest college memories is a backpacking trip to Havasu Falls in Arizona. Christine has worked for 4 years as a research assistant in the Flint Animal Cancer Center, and she has accepted a full-time position with the consulting firm Hellman Associates in Wheat Ridge, Colorado. Ron Mills from Anchorage, Alaska. Ron graduates today, I love it, as a double major in both microbiology and environmental health. And when he asked if he could walk through twice, we said no. Ron has worked for many years in quality assurance and compliance with Dairy Farmers of America and has completed an internship in environmental health and safety at the University of Northern Colorado. Some of his best college memories are from hikes around Horsetooth and studying with microbiology friends. Ron plans to pursue a degree in environmental health, save up some money, and return to graduate school here at Colorado State in a few years. Alyssa Hollinshead is from Loveland. Alyssa performed field sampling and site treatment while working for Colorado Mosquito Control. She recently completed an internship with the City of Fort Collins Safety, Security, and Risk Management Division, where she worked towards furthering the city's safety efforts. Alyssa's future plans include traveling and relocating outside of Colorado to pursue a career in occupational health. Grant Erlinson is from Parker, Colorado. Grant was an officer in the Environmental Health Student Association, and he completed an internship in health and safety at Johns Manville in Denver. One of Grant's proudest moments was when he climbed 3 14ers in one day. Grant will begin a master's program in industrial hygiene this fall at Colorado State. Congratulations, Jared. Jared Katak is from Colorado Springs. Jared was the vice president of the Environmental Health Student Association, and he interned in the Household Hazardous Waste program with Larimer County. Jared enjoyed snowboarding at Keystone in the winter and swimming and fishing in Horseshoes during the summer. He'll stay around at Colorado State and begin a Master of Science in Industrial Hygiene during the fall semester. Ray Robachek is from Arvada, Colorado. Ray interned at the Colorado Department of Transportation, where he evaluated respiratory hazards. He wrote emergency response plans at a second internship for safety, security, and risk management in the city of Fort Collins, and recently started working as a consultant for Hillman Associates and strives to one day obtain both his industrial hygiene and safety professional certifications. Krislin Kayoko Jian Gan Kuraya was raised in Honolulu, Hawaii. Krislin was the treasurer of Alpha Phi Gamma Sorority and a member of Mortar Board and National Society of Collegiate Scholars. She recently completed an internship in water quality with the Colorado Department of Public Health and Environment, and she's found that she learns most about herself when pushed out of her comfort zone, which I've really tried to do in the classes we had together, Kristen. So she is considering becoming an international travel before finding a job in the environmental health and safety field. Sandra Elizabeth Ornelas Palacios is from Fort Collins. Sandra was a Triumph fomenter, and she twice attended the Colorado Environmental Health Association Conference. She studied abroad in Costa Rica and also traveled to Brazil, Scotland, and Spain. Sandra interned at the environmental consulting firm Anfield here in Fort Collins and accepted a full-time position here. And in a personal note to Dr. Blem, she wrote at the bottom of her card, "No more 8 a.m.s." Samantha M. Watts is from Greeley, Colorado. Samantha works as a residential counselor for individuals with developmental disabilities, and she has conducted research on toxic plant chemicals for the past years. She intends to stay at Colorado State and pursue graduate school in toxicology. Ladies and gentlemen, join me with a round of applause for our graduates in environmental health.
Well, on behalf of the entire College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences, I extend to all of you, our 2016 graduates, congratulations on a job well done. Now I'd like to take a moment and pay tribute to a vital force here at the university, a force which each of you receiving your degree now are part of. I'm referring to the Colorado State University Alumni Association. I'm going to ask that Dr. Dave Gilkey, a CSU alum with environmental health, induct our new alumnus.
Congratulations, graduates. My name is David Gilkey, and many years ago I was sitting where you are holding my PhD diploma from the College of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences over in Moby. And it was a very special day, like this day is for you. I congratulate each of you on your remarkable journey toward greater success in life. Make good choices. I'll never forget how excited and proud I felt to finally get that degree in hand. But I also remember feeling a little sentimental about leaving this beautiful campus, so I stayed. So I've been living the dream since 2001 as a professor, and now as interim vice provost for undergraduate affairs. Many of the greatest times of my life have been here at Colorado State University and with students like you, and I thank you for that. It may be time for all of you to move on, and everyone sitting here has a different path and future ahead. But whether you stay in Fort Collins or travel to far ends of the world, you have one important thing in common with each other and more than 200,000 people who have come before you. You are all alumni of Colorado State University. I'd like to be the first to welcome you to the alumni family. You joined poets, biomedical scientists, microbiologists, environmental health practitioners, teachers, engineers, food safety specialists, health educators, health providers, entrepreneurs, and more. When you leave this campus, be assured your university will not leave you, no matter where your personal or professional journey takes you. Know that CSU Alumni Association, your college, and your former professors will be here for you every step of the way. Each one of you has made a mark on us, and we thank you for that. Congratulations for a job well done. Go Rams!
Thank you, Dr. Gilkey. Our college is routinely rated one of the top universities in the country, if not the world, and there are many great things that must come together to provide this level of excellence. Two of the most critical elements are the combination of our students and our faculty, and I know we have the very best in both categories. I'd like to ask all the faculty and staff to please stand and be recognized for all of your work. Thank you. Now I'd like to please have you join me in recognizing the talents of the individuals who played such a huge role in the accomplishments of these graduates. I think it is appropriate for you, our new graduates who are graduating, to show your appreciation to the individuals that have made the huge difference to all of you in your life. Could I ask all the families, friends, to please stand and be recognized by the graduates today? Each semester, the students select a single faculty member to be recognized as the honored faculty mentor. This year's honored faculty member was chosen by the graduating class in environmental and radiological health sciences. This faculty member has been identified by the graduates as having a particularly significant impact on the student experience here at Colorado State. I'd like to ask Dr. Ken Blem, professor, to please come to the stage. Sir?
You're playing with my script again.
I know. Dr. Blem hates it when I go off script, and I just did. Dr. Blem's birthday yesterday, another accomplishment. Happy birthday. This selection is particularly appropriate this year, and the entire college would like to honor Dr. Blem for his service to the college and to the university. After retiring after 37 years at the end of this month, and being Associate Dean for over a decade, I know that I speak for everybody and talk about the incredible legacy Dr. Blem has left. Thank you for all that you've done. You will be sorely missed. We still don't know who's going to read all these names next year. As we close our commencement ceremony, on a personal note, I'd like to share the following thoughts. Your degree alone is not the sole key to your success. Look at that diploma as half of your golden ticket. It opens doors, it provides credibility, ensures a level of knowledge, but it does not necessarily ensure success. It is you, not the diploma, that completes the other half of this golden ticket. It is you and the relationships that you build, you and the way you present yourself, you and the effort and passion that you bring. It is you that completes this important package. Use this diploma and your degree to open those doors, but don't forget to highlight all that is uniquely you and sets you apart from all others. I know I speak for everybody in the room. We look forward to seeing where this golden ticket will take you. I ask that all the members of the audience please remain seated while the platform party, faculty, graduates leave to Colorado State's alma mater. Thank you again for being with us today on this wonderful occasion.